Which Curve cologne is best for men? What's good, everybody? As you guys know, I cover a wide variety of topics in all of my videos, and somehow all the topics that I cover are centered around masculinity. And in today's video, I'm going to be discussing which Curve cologne is best for men. All right, so first up we have the Curve Wave. Okay, this just getting straight to the point here. This is not, in my opinion, all right, in my experience, this is not the #1 Curve cologne for men. All right, I'm gonna explain that later. All right, now number 2, the Curve Cologne Original. This is the best one. This is #1 right here. Just getting straight to the point. I'm gonna explain that later though. All right, why it is #1 in my opinion. All right, now number 3, I don't personally own this one, but I used to own it. The Curve, why am I forgetting what this is called? The Curve Crush. All right, in my opinion, that's the second best Curve cologne for men. Curve Crush. Again, I don't currently own that. I've owned it in the past, but I don't have it right now. So again, number 2 is Curve Crush. All right, that's the second best Curve cologne for men, in my opinion, in my experience. All right, now number 3, or am I? No, I'm on number 4. All right, anyway, number 4, Curve Black. To me, this is the third best Curve cologne right here for men. All right, I'm gonna explain why a little bit later. So let's go back to the first one. All right, so Curve Wave. All right, this one is decent. It's not bad. Okay, this is like a everyday type cologne. Okay, that's what I would say about this one. Okay, great frosted bottle. Okay, great scent, smells great. Great price too. Fantastic price. That's what I love about the Curve colognes. Okay, fantastic price, great smell. Okay, I think, where did I get this one from? I got this one from Marshall's. I think this was like $12 at Marshall's. Big old bottle for $12. This smells great. It's got like I say in all my videos, I'm not the best at breaking down the different notes and the different fragrances that are in the colognes. I just come from a very raw, uncut, unedited version of explaining colognes, in my opinion, from my perspective. Okay, so I'm not super professional or elegant at doing it. This is just me, raw, uncut, 100% Corey. This is me explaining it. Okay. Anyway, this has a very fresh scent. Okay, it's not, I wouldn't even say very fruity. I would almost say like a little bit of fruity, but mixed with fresh laundry type smell. Okay, this smells fantastic. All right, I don't wear this every day, but if you just want something to just, you going to the grocery store real quick, or you're going to the gym, you're going to work, what else would I say? You're going to school, you work in like an office type setting. This is a very unoffending fragrance. Okay, you're not gonna put this on and people are like, oh man, that smells way too heavy, or that's way too strong. This is not super light. People are definitely gonna notice that you have it on, but they're not gonna notice in a bad way. You're not gonna be 10 feet away and they're smelling this cologne. That's not what's going to happen with this. Okay, now if you're a couple of feet away from somebody, or you walk past somebody, they're definitely gonna smell this, and it leaves a very pleasant scent trail, I guess you would say. Smells great. Okay, I don't wear this a lot. I mean, as you guys can see, I've used a decent amount of it. What I like about this, it's not heavy, so you can spray this on kind of heavy. What I mean by that is you can spray 10 sprays. You can spray a few on your neck, spray a few on your arm, on the back of your hand, wherever you spray them at. I'm not here to say that there's rules behind spraying colognes. Whatever works best for you. If you want to put on 10 sprays, 20, whatever, go for it. Me, with this one, I want to say 3 on the neck, a couple on the arm. I'm going about 10 sprays with this. 10 to 12 sprays. A few on my neck, on my arms, back of my hands here. Okay. Speaking of my hands, you see the wristband on my wrist here. If you guys check out my website, Christian-based t-shirts, lightshinecreations.com, free shipping, you'll also get this wristband right here. This wristband is a scripture here. It talks about shining your light for Jesus Christ. So check out the website, lightshinecreations.com. Christian Mace t-shirts. You'll get free shipping, and then you'll also get a free wristband with your order as well. So let's get back into talking about this this Curve Wave cologne. And by the way, if you're wondering what this is here, I was lining up my beard. I cut my own hair. I line my own beard up and things like that. But anyway, back to this Curve Wave cologne. So now what I would say about this, this is not necessarily going to get you a whole bunch of compliments. Okay, you're not going to necessarily stand out with this cologne, in my opinion, from my perspective and from my experience wearing this cologne. You're not going to necessarily stand out, but what this cologne will do for you, you will smell great. You will smell pleasant. You will smell fresh. You will have that fresh out the shower, good hygiene smell. You will smell very fresh wearing this. But this is not necessarily something that's going to turn heads or get a bunch of compliments and things like that. That's just my opinion. Maybe you'll rock it and you'll experience something totally different from what I've experienced with this. But it's a great cologne. I would recommend it to anybody. I like the price point. Like I said, I believe I got this for $12. I should have kept the little canister that it came in. If I'm not mistaken, I got this for $12. At the very most, $15. But I believe it was for $12 from Marshall's. Okay, fantastic price. Standard size cologne bottle. This is not one of those little mini ones or anything like that. Nothing against those, but I'm just saying, for $12, that's a lot of cologne right there. You're not gonna stand out with this, but you're gonna smell good. If this is gonna be your everyday cologne, okay? First of all, great price. Second of all, you're gonna smell good, okay? You're gonna always be fresh. You'll be known as that dude that always smells fresh. People won't probably necessarily say, "Oh man, what cologne is that you're wearing?" I don't think that they're gonna ask you that with this. That hasn't been my experience, okay, with the Curve Wave. But trust me, people are gonna know you as that guy that's always fresh. You always smell fresh if you're gonna wear this Curve Wave cologne, okay? I wouldn't recommend this for date night or anything like that. This is just like an everyday fragrance. You're going to the gym, you're going to the grocery store, you're doing something just leisure or whatever, you got a hobby that you're doing, that's what I would say that this is. And again, that's just my opinion. Maybe somebody will wear this for a date night. I wouldn't recommend it. That's just me. All right. Now, let's get into this Curve Black here. Now, I believe, like I said in the beginning of this video, this is my third favorite Curve cologne for men. All right. So just a quick recap. The best one, Curve Original. Okay, I'll explain this one a little bit more too. I know I kind of went into a little bit of detail, but I'll go back into this a little bit more. It's a little bit more I can add to this. All right. Anyway, so this was number one, Curve Original. Okay. Number two, which I don't personally own at the moment, is Curve Crush. I'm gonna talk about that one too. I haven't touched on that one yet. Bear with me. Number three, third place for best Curve cologne for men. Okay, is the Curve Black. All right, I barely have any of this left. I got this from my pops. This is great for date night as well. Okay, but it is also, this one here is a bit mysterious. Okay, this is great for date night. Okay, now at the same time, this can be an everyday scent, but it's kind of it kind of teeters. I wouldn't really say that this is an everyday scent, really. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you wear this every day, you're gonna smell great. But this is more so you kind of getting dressed up. You're you're going out to eat with your wife. You know what I'm saying, with the wife and the kids. Something like that. I wouldn't wear this every day. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I will just randomly wear this to work some days. But it's not that often. It depends on how I feel, things like that. This is, in my opinion, this is like the date night cologne for the Curve cologne line. Okay, that's my personal opinion. All right, let me know what you guys are thinking about this in the comments so far. Maybe some of the things that I'm saying you guys don't agree with, or maybe you agree with it. Feel free to chime in. I will reply to your comment. Now, back to this Curve Black a little bit later. All right, or I think I might be done with this. I might be done with this Curve Black. It depends on what I think about. All right, anyway, now back to this Curve Original. Okay, why this is number one again, okay? So this can serve as a date night cologne too, okay? It's not as bold as the Curve Black or other colognes that are out there for date night purposes. But this can, I mean, in my opinion, this can serve as a date night cologne, but it can also perform as an everyday cologne, you know, or going to the office cologne, all right? In a professional setting type cologne. You've got an interview or something, you're trying to make a good impression. It's a safe cologne. It's not going to overpower somebody's office. It's not going to be too bold or too strong. It's very, very nice and smooth and fresh smelling. It doesn't have a, I wouldn't say it has a fruity smell. I wouldn't say, yeah, I wouldn't say that it has a, I can't, like I said, I'm not really big into the terms for the colognes. I more so come from a just, how do I like it? You know, so this is not one of those types of videos. If you're looking for terms and different notes and things like that, I don't, this is not the channel for you. I'm just keeping it real, you know. But I would recommend this. If you want to rock this for date night, going to the job every day, this can be all of that. This can be your everyday cologne. This can be your date night cologne. This can be your business, when you go out and handle business cologne. This can be your interview cologne. This can just be everything. Now, another thing I'll say about this, okay? And again, keep in mind, this is the number, in my opinion, this is the number one best Curve cologne, okay? Now, a telltale sign for that, and it's not always true, but in many cases it is, in my opinion. When you go pick this cologne up, okay, this Curve Original, you know, whether it be this, you know, this normal size bottle, what is this? How many ounces is this? What is this? What is this thing? Whether you get this 4.2 ounce bottle or you get the miniature size, what you'll notice is that in comparison to the Curve Black, the Curve Crush, which like I said, I no longer own that. I want to get some more. Eventually, I will. But you know, when you compare it to the price for this, the Curve Original, to the Curve Wave, the Curve Crush, and the Curve Black, what you'll start noticing is this Curve Original, even at Burlington's, Ross, what's the name of the other store? Marshall's. You know, check out I've got a video on my channel where I go into talking about places that you can buy cheap colognes for men. Check out that video on here, okay? But you check out, like, you check this cologne out at Ross, Marshall's, Burlington's, okay, other stores. You'll notice that this is going to cost you, like, I don't want to say that, between like 22 and 25, maybe even like 27, depending on what store you go to. And the reason behind that is, like, in my opinion, this is the best Curve. But then now you might see this Curve Black, and it's probably like a couple dollars cheaper than the Curve Original. You know, so let's just say this Curve Original is 25 at Burlington's, or 22. You might see the Curve Black, and it might be like a couple, you know, maybe like $21 or $20, okay? And then you might see this Curve Wave, and it's like $10 or $12 at Marshall's, or $13, $14, something like that, okay? And it kind of falls in line with how coincidentally, with how I rank these Curve colognes. Now with the Curve Crush, from my experience, I don't see that in the stores as much. I'm not seeing that as much in Burlington's, Ross, Marshalls. That's something that you gotta like kind of catch in there for some reason. But you know, it is available on Amazon, if I'm not mistaken, the Curve Crush. And I think on Amazon it's what is it? I think it's like less than 20 bucks, you know. But Curve Crush, let me talk about that one. Why I believe that that's the second best Curve cologne for men, okay? That Curve Crush, very fresh scent. Kind of like almost like a citrusy, but not overly citrusy type cologne, you know, for men. It lasts for a while, you know, when you put it on. And in the past, when I did wear that, excuse me, you guys, when I did wear the Curve Crush, major compliment getter, okay? I think out of all the curves that I have in regards to compliments, Curve Crush is number one. Curve Original is number two. This is in regards to compliments. Curve Crush number one. Curve Original number two. I'm trying to see if I've gotten compliments on the Curve Black. Compliments on the Curve Wave? Nah. Yeah, so those are the top two as far as compliments in regards to the Curve cologne for men. Curve Crush and Curve the original. And this, I'm just speaking for myself. You ask somebody else, maybe they'll tell you something different. Um, what else can I say? Curve Crush. I would, I wouldn't say that's. Is it a date night cologne? I mean, you can make it a date night cologne if you want to. I don't really see it as that. You know, um, if you want to make it that, go ahead, feel free. You'll smell great. You know, but I would put Curve Crush in the category of an everyday cologne. I would definitely put it in that wherever you want to go, grocery store, the gym, school, church, job interview, you know. And like I say, the good thing about these Curve colognes, one of the best things about them, besides them smelling great, is the price point. Okay, I think the best deal out there, and I haven't gotten it for myself because I already own these big bottles here. You know, I already own these, and like I say, I used to have the Curve Crush back in the day. Oh, honorable mention. Okay, I forgot about this one. I don't know why I just thought about this. The Curve, what is it called? Curve Red. Okay, now that's a good date night scent. It's got like a little spice to it. Again, I'm not good with all the terms, you guys. Forgive me. Okay, don't take it too hard on me. All right. Anyway, Curve Red. I would put that as because I got Curve Original #1, Curve Crush #2, Curve Black #3. I'm gonna say that Curve Red. I would say the Curve Red is #4. Okay, and then I would put the Curve Wave #5. And that's not saying that the Curve Wave is terrible because it's not. I'm just saying. If you want me to be honest and put them in order of the best colognes, the best Curve colognes in my opinion, that's the order that I would put them in. Again, Curve Original, Curve Crush, Curve Black, Curve Red, and then Curve Wave. That's my top 5 Curve right there. That's just me. All right. So the Curve Red, though, briefly explaining that would be great for a date night. Okay, in my opinion, that's not really an everyday type thing. That's more of like you trying to make a statement type cologne. Trying to make a good first impression or something like that. And it's on the lower end of price. You can if you see that in the store, it's probably gonna be around like $12 to $15. Especially if you get the small one. Okay. Now, what I was mentioning about the multi-pack with Curve. Now, if you go on Amazon, okay, and again, I'm not being paid or anything like that. This is just me keeping it real and just letting you guys know what I personally think about the Curve cologne. Now, if you go on Amazon, you can, if they still have it. Last time I checked, they do. I forgot how much was it though. I think it was like $20. If you go on Amazon, okay, and you look up the Curve multi-pack. Now, you won't get these big sizes, okay? You'll get the miniature sizes. I forget how many ounces it is, but I think you guys know what I'm talking about. You'll get the miniature size Curve colognes, and to me, that's the perfect starter kit for colognes. If you want to start getting into colognes, or you just want to have some colognes that are good for every occasion, to me, and you want to pay a good price, to me, that's a good starting point with the Curve. So you'll get what comes in that pack. So in the miniature Curve pack, you'll get the original. You'll get the original Curve, which to me is #1. That's the best one. You get the Curve Black, great for date night. I wouldn't wear it every day though. Original, you can wear that every day. Wear it for date night. Wear this for everything, really. All right. I wouldn't wear it to the gym though. This is Curve Original. I wouldn't wear this to the gym. Curve Black, I wouldn't wear that to the gym either. All right. And then third one, you will get Curve Crush. So again, if you buy that Curve mini set or whatever it's called on Amazon, you get 3 colognes. You get the Curve Original, Curve Crush, and Curve Black. You can't go wrong with that, in my opinion. All 3 of those are fantastic colognes. I don't think you'll be disappointed. All right, so you've got 3 colognes there. You can use those for various reasons, for date night, for every day, for just going out doing your hobby, doing whatever it is that you do. So that's my honest take on these Curve colognes. I hope that this could somehow be insightful or helpful in some type of way to people. Great colognes. I would definitely recommend them. Great prices, great smell. I know to many people they can probably seem dated because Curve colognes have been out. I mean, I started rocking this one. I started rocking the Curve Original. Man, I want to say, shoot, man, I want to say like seventh or maybe even eighth grade. So I'm 37 years old. I've been rocking this Curve Original for decades now. Okay, this to me, this just don't get old. You can't go wrong with this cologne, right? I mean, look at this. I barely got any left. Look at that. That's just a testament to how good this cologne. I really like this. So feel free to check out the rest of my videos on here though, you guys. Like I said in the beginning, I cover a wide range of topics. I don't just talk about colognes. I don't just talk about one thing on my videos. Check out the videos for yourself. Check them out. Hopefully some of the topics that I talk about are interesting to you. Feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel here. Also, feel free to support my Cash App. If you'd like to support my channel, supporting my Cash App helps the channel grow. Okay, if that's something that you're up to, feel free. Also, check out my website for Christian-based t-shirts, lightshinecreations.com. Free shipping. This is one of the t-shirts that I sell on there. Okay, I've got sizes small to 5X. They're all black t-shirts. Okay, can't go wrong with a black t-shirt, right? It'll match everything in your wardrobe. Okay, you get a free wristband with your order as well. Free shipping. All right. Check out their website. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you feel led to, or hey, feel free to support my Cash App. Okay, to help the channel grow. It's totally up to you. All right. Peace out. Thank you guys for checking out this video. Have a good one.